Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Jackson here. Today we're going to do a prom makeup tutorial. We're going to jump right into it. I'm going to start off by using Becca's Prime Perfecting Poreless Prime Perfecting. I'm using a primer and it's really good. It's from Becca. I'm going to take a duo fiber brush and I'm just going to blend it out. You have to work really fast with this primer because once it dries, it's kind of like concrete on the face, but I loves it. To help with hyperpigmentation and discoloration in my skin, I'm going to use MAC Cosmetics highlighter pen in the color Peach Luster. I'm only placing it on places that's absolutely needed, and then I'm going to use my Real Techniques blending sponge, which is lightly damp. I love this thing. I actually prefer it over my beauty blender now. But I'm just going to tap away the harsh lines and make sure that everything is nice and blended. And I also want to make sure that I have an even canvas, for my foundation. Moving on to my foundation, today I'll be using Clinique Stay Matte Oil-Free Makeup along with just a tad bit of MAC Cosmetics Studio Fix Fluid in the color NC50. Taking that same Real Techniques sponge, the larger part of the sponge, I am just going to gently pat the foundation onto my skin and make sure that everything is nice and blended. Don't forget your neck and your ears, prom girls, okay? Moving on to concealer, I also use this as my highlighter, so I'm going to highlight the major points of my face, underneath the eyes, down the brim of the nose, forehead's cupid's bow, and chin, and then I'm going to blend everything on out. This concealer is from Clinique. This is their creaseless concealer in the color Honey. Here's a little trick that I do to make sure that everything is well blended. I take my actual foundation color and I use my blending sponge and just go over any of the areas where the highlighter stops and my foundation begins. This is going to make sure that there aren't any harsh lines, and it also calms down the color of the concealer if it is too light. Moving on to contouring, I'm going to use one of my favorite products. You guys know that I use this product in literally every single makeup tutorial, but this is from Clinique as well. This is their Chubby in the Nude foundation stick in the color Curviest Clove. If you are looking for a product that is going to give you like precision contouring, this is perfect. It just makes everything so easy and it blends so well, very, very seamless. So everywhere that I highlight it, I'm going to do the opposite for contouring. So I use a little bit underneath my jawline as well, but that's not really necessary. All right, to blend everything out, I'm going to use a dome shaped brush. This is MAC Cosmetics 109 brush, which is actually a blush brush, but I use it for my face. I'm just going to blend everything out until it is well blended. And as you guys can see, that contour is on fleek. Thank you, Clinique. All right, so after that, I'm going to have to set everything, all of my highlighted areas, especially underneath the eyes, to make sure that I am not experiencing any creasing, because I actually experience creasing underneath my eyes. So it's really important for me to set, bake, whatever you want to call it. To set my contour and to add a little bit of glow, I am using MAC Cosmetics Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Global Glow. Now, typically I would use a matte contour powder, but I want a little bit of glow to my face, especially for prom, so you can glisten under the lights. So I'm not going to use a matte product for this. This color, however, is a little bit muted, so it's not going to look glittery on the face. Rather, it's just going to give a glow from within, which is exactly what we're going for. So I'm taking a Real Techniques blush brush and just blending away. All right, also using MAC Cosmetics Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Dark Deep. This is a matte. I'm going to use this for my nose. Now, I would not use that other one for my nose because it has a little bit of glitter to it. You get me? Next, I'm going to work on my brows. I will be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the color Medium Brown. I love this brow pencil definer. It's perfect for me. It's a little controversial, like some people are on the fence about it. It's either you like it or you don't, but I actually like it a whole lot, and I use it on my clients as well. Now ladies, for those of you who are going to prom, please make sure that your brows are on fleek, girl. Even if you don't wear brow product, just make sure they're clean. All right, so now moving on to the eyes, which is the most important for this look. So I am taking MAC Cosmetics Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Dark Deep, the same one that I use for my contour, and I'm using this as a transition color on my eyes. For this look, we'll be doing a cut crease, so I am going to carve out my crease using a precision brush. This is the 217 brush from MAC Cosmetics, and I'm just going to carve out my crease. Now, there's so many ways that you can skin a cat, so to speak, in terms of doing a cut crease. There are many ways to do this, but I am just deciding to use a brush to do so. So I am just taking my time and building the color, and then we're going to go back and build upon it and blend everything out. So once I've laid that down, I'm going to take Morocco, which is also from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and a 224 brush, and I am just going to blend out any harsh lines. Again, we're going to build upon the cut crease. So just lay your foundation, and then we're going to perfect everything as we go along. To further define my cut crease and make it a tad bit more sharp, in addition to outlining my actual lid, I am using a little bit of concealer, the same one that I use underneath my eyes to highlight. I'm going to use this to carve out the cut crease. This is also another way that you can do that if you want more of a precise and sharp cut crease, which is exactly what we're going for. I'm also using this as adhesive because we will be using glitter on the lid, so this is going to work, you know, kind of like a two for, you know what I'm saying? I cannot stress the importance of this next step. If you guys did your foundation like me before you do your eyes, it is imperative that you take a little bit of translucent powder and apply it underneath your eyes. This is going to make sure that the glitter does not stick to your skin. All right, so taking a little bit of spray, I am going to use it as an adhesive along with the concealer to apply my glitter. This is from Makeup Geek. This is their glitter shadows in the color Asteroid. So I'm just taking small strokes or small dabs and applying that onto my lid only where the concealer is. If you need, you can apply a little bit more spray and just apply as you need. Since we've done so much to the eye, we've lost a bit of color saturation from the actual cut crease, so we're going to reapply it. I'm taking that same color, which is Fudge from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and a precision brush. You can use a pencil brush if you like, and just go ahead and place that color right on that crease. Now, in this instance, it can look a bit harsh because you want to really outline and define that crease. You can go back later and blend it out just a little bit with a brush that has no product on it. As much as I love an intense liner, for this one we're going to do a very thin line. We're going to keep it really close to the lash line because it's going to be in competition with the cut crease. So I'm using Inglot's number 77 gel liner and an angle brush. This is from MAC. I believe this one is the 235. Not very sure, but just an angle brush will do ya. And again, I'm just making sure that it is very, very thin and kind of winging it out just a tad bit. Taking that same gel liner, the number 77 gel liner from Inglot, and that same angle brush, I am just going to line my waterline with a little bit of that black so that we can have a lot more intensity under the eye. Moving on to lashes, I'm going to be using Vegas Nay's Grand Glamour lashes from Allure. I recommend using more intense lashes for events like this because they photograph very well. All right, so now I am going to just pull everything together. I am using a flat brush, but using the outermost part of it and applying a little bit of that fudge color underneath my eyes. And then I am taking a little bit of Morocco and a pencil brush and just smoking everything out. Time for highlight. Because I want a bronze look, I will be using Becca highlighter in the color Topaz. This is gorgeous, and it's going to look so nice on darker skin tones as well. I love this highlighter. But you guys know I love Becca highlighters, period, like period. Next, we're going to apply some blush. I typically skip this part, but for prom and events like this, do not skip out on blush because it's going to give the skin a nice flush of color. So I'm using MAC Cosmetics Gingerly blush, which works for just about all skin tones. I don't know why, but I forgot everything, including mascara, but I'm using Maybelline Stiletto Lash in the color Very Black. I'm going to follow that with lips now. I am using Plum Lip Liner from MAC Cosmetics, which is my all-time favorite. I'm doing gloss, no lipstick for this look. I'm going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills Lips Gloss, in the color Sepia. And then right in the center, which is a lighter pink, I'm going to use the color Kirsten. Then I'm going to set everything with the Soleil setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics. Yes, it smells like peach. It is so good. All right, I mean, everything is cool, but not really. Something's just a little off. Hold on. Bam! All right, guys, that's the final look. I hope y'all enjoy it. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Happy prom season. Be safe and no drinking and no hanky panky. All right, peace out.